there is too much fucking shit. It's just fucking E3 happened. I was following it for a little bit, and then you got Monster Hunter World. You got fucking Metroid Prime 4. You got fucking Mario. Fucking Samus Returns. Fucking Kirby. Fucking God, I can't get a new console. I want to. I really fucking want to get a Switch. Kind of want to get a PS4 now. Fucking, but even then, it's just like Metroid Prime was one of my favorite games. One I've been meaning to replay. Last time I replayed it, it bugged out and I couldn't progress. It was an older version of the game, which is why emulating is king. But like, if with Metroid Prime 4, if I were to play it, part of me would want to replay Metroid Prime 1. I never finished 2 or 3. Then with Mario Odyssey, I finished Galaxy and Sunshine, but I never finished 64. Then fucking Metroid Returns, or Samus Returns. There's, the original. I don't know if I'd ever play the original Metroid 2, but, I have the Metroid 2 remake, the fan remake, and then, I never played Super Metroid, like, the Metroid game, and just never got around to it, so I'm behind on my 2D Metroids. Monster Hunter is just 400 fucking hours on its own. I've already played all of them. It's just, I guess, how I consume media is, I'm kind of I wouldn't say I'm a completionist. Like, it won't kill me to not finish something. Like, when I play games, how likely I am to 100% it depends on how easy it is to 100% versus how fun it is to actually play. Like, the Souls games, they're not that hard to 100%. It can get a little tedious to just, especially in Demon Souls, where you have to farm for some upgrading materials. Or Dark Souls, where you have to go through the game at least 3 times to get the boss souls so that you can upgrade certain weapons. But the Souls games are just fun enough to play on their own that I kind of use the 100%ing them as an excuse to play. Like, because there's so much shit. I'd love to play Dark Souls for like 500 hours a week, but I have too much other shit to do. Like, and I would get bored of it eventually, but if I, say, I'm going to 100% this, then I 100% this, and I'm done until I find another reason to want to play it. Like, maybe I'll probably have a day where I just want to beat Dark Souls again. But yeah, it's like, I have 20 games on Steam, never installed or played. Some of them for a good reason, because they're long as shit, probably. I've already bought them. So that's basically just wasted money, just sitting there. I mean, if I at least tried them and said, okay, I don't want to beat this game, then that's fine. It's, my fault for buying it in the first place, or what. A lot of them are like humble bundle deals where it's just like, here, spend $1 and get a bunch of shit. And I'm like, cool, I'll spend $1 and get a bunch of shit. But yeah, and then, for another example for 100%ing thing is, Thomas Was Alone, mediocre platformer that got a lot of awards for some fucking reason, even though it was, but it was, I kind of forced myself to finish it because I thought the halfway point was the end of the game, and then so I thought the game was over, but then it kept going, and I was like, I'll just finish it real quick, and it still only took like 2-3 hours, but no, but then the next day I saw that I had like 5 achievements that I didn't get, and I got them in like 10-15 minutes, and even though I didn't like the game, just because, I don't know, Steam has like a little thing. If you put it on your achievement showcase, or you can put up an achievement showcase and it shows how many games you've 100%ed, and now that is 1 point higher because I 100%ed Thomas Was Alone. And it's just, I do really feel bad for people who are even more compulsed to do that than me, because like if a game's shit, I won't play. I won't play it. Like I got, there was one puzzle game, Closure. I played that for a little bit. I kind of liked it, but I got stuck on one puzzle. I knew how to beat the puzzle. It was just tedious as shit. It was just so long of a puzzle that when you fuck up at the end, you had to redo the whole thing. And I just got impatient with it, and I stopped playing the game. Even though I probably could have 100%ed the game, I'm just like, fuck this. I don't want to do this. Fuck it. But I think that extends to how I consume media in general, because I have a my anime list. If you go to my anime's profile, you'll see I link my Game Facts collection, where I think you should be able to see every game I've rated or played that I know of. Follow My TV, where I list every show, every episode of every show I've watched pretty much. Letterboxd, films, Rate Your Music, albums. Like, I have a desire to, like, I just kind of like having the lists available. Like, I can go down my Animalist page and see every anime, and I'd see the anime, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that show, it was dog shit. And having it collected there, cause, helps me to, remember, it helps me remember that I watched it even then, when otherwise I might have just forgotten, because, like, you can't, if you've watched more than 12 anime, there's no way you're gonna just pull everything you've watched off the top of your head. Like, when you see it, you'll remember it, sure, but having it all there in a list so that I can see it and remember it is just like, yeah, I can, and then I'll maybe remember, oh yeah, I remember that part of that anime. Just, I don't know, it's just nice to have it. But then I guess part of that desire for completing things, because there's a part of my logic that says, like, if I enjoy this thing, then I'll want to see the things around it. Like with, if I find a good manga author, I've read most of Fukumoto's works, the author of Kaiji and Akagi. I've read most of his stuff. Most of it's pretty good. Then with franchise like Ghost in the Shell, like that's kind of an exception, because like the first movie is pretty good. I'm not a big Mamoru Oshii guy. Standalone Complex is, what got me into the franchise. I still haven't read the manga, but and everything else in the franchise is dog shit. But no, okay, that's not fair. But it's I don't know, the second movie, I didn't like it. The fucking Arise, no. But I still tried to, see the rest of the franchise, because it, I liked Standalone Complex enough that I wanted to see more of this, and it's like, and sure, I could like, I could like look at the recommendations and be like, oh, this show's kind of like Ghost in the Shell, but the fact that there's parts of the franchise that I enjoy that I haven't touched, it makes me want to at least try it. And then then you get shit with One Piece or Danganronpa, where I will go out of my way to watch something that's terrible just because it's connected to a franchise that I hold so dearly to me. Like with the I'll watch the One Piece fillers. I know they're gonna be dog shit, but it's One Piece, and even if there's like a slight tiny chance that there will be something cool about them, but more often than not they're dog shit. But even when they are not good, it allows me to compare. Like, it gives me, like, seeing One Piece not written by Oda allows me to appreciate what Oda does right more. Like, that kind of happened with Danganronpa, because Danganronpa 3 was such fucking utter dog shit. I went back and played the games and really appreciated what they were doing. Thus, that whole video series. I guess to explain my logic a bit more, every time I go into something, I kind of try and go into it with this mindset of, anything I watch or read or play could be a video, which, so that's kind of helpful, because, like, I could, sure, if I start, if I'm like but then if I'm like 3 episodes into something, and it's like, this isn't going to be a video, my logic from then on is, if I am enjoying it, it's either watch it all now, or rewatch the entire thing, a million years from now when I finally get around to it, which will probably be never. If you've probably seen Digi go through that. I watched every single one of his why I dropped every anime I dropped. I loved it, but I kind of, because I guess I do have more of a desire to finish things than he might. I don't know, but I've made up a logic set to justify why I'm watching a 26 episode series, that I probably am not going to make a video on, because again, if I don't watch it now, I'm probably never going to finish it, and I would like to finish it. Like, it's more I guess it's more time efficient, because that's 3 episodes I don't have to watch later, is my point. But then that desire for completionism also, it was kind of interesting, because I tried to get into the Fate Stay Night franchise, or the Fate franchise, and then I played the visual novel, the first one, got through the prologue, and I was bored to fucking tears. There was some interesting things there, but I felt like I could just read a wikia on the universe and just get everything neat about the franchise. Well, that's a bit harsh, because I do want to try out Fate Zero, because that's a lot of people's entryway into the franchise. A lot of people, and Digi's mentioned that he likes it regardless of the rest of the Fate stuff. Yeah, but I was also kind of relieved that I didn't care for it, because if I liked Fate Stay Night, I would have been compulsed to check out everything, because it's a huge fucking franchise. There's like Tsukihime. I've been meaning to rewatch the Karen no Kyokai films anyway, and I still will. But then there's like what the fuck is Carnival Phantasm? Fucking Melty Blood. Fucking just, I don't know. I don't even know what this shit is. Then a lot of Fate / bullshit crap that I want to try. Even if I didn't like it, even if I didn't finish it, I just want to check it out because, like, what if it's good? I guess Digi's been complaining a lot about this with seasonal shows because he'll watch literally everything. But I don't feel the need to do that. But but I've been so behind, I guess, because I've been busy with this fucking video that will hopefully be up soon. Well, it's more than a video, but you'll see. You'll see. Everyone will see. But I've got like 6 things I need to watch or read for this video. Wink. And then I have like 3 mostly seasonal stuff. Not all of them are really long, but just some of them are even just one episode of just lists of things I've been meaning to get to. Like like seasonal shows that I haven't finished the winter season. Like I've finished like 2 or 3 shows from winter. I never watched Interviews with Monster Girls or fucking Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju. I never watched Konosuba. I haven't watched Konosuba season 2 yet, rather. So it's like I just haven't gotten around to it, and it's like, and then more shit keeps coming out. Like the fucking spring season's almost over, and I've been watching Arrow manga because I'm a masochist. There's too much shit. There's too much shit, and the more stuff comes out, it only realizes how much I still have yet to get to. Because again, I have that completionist in me that wants to, this new thing's coming out that looks really interesting. I need to play all the other ones. So I'm just kind of wondering if anyone else had, like, how do you engage in things? Do you want to watch everything? Do you care? Where do you stop? And then how much do you have to watch? Like, I literally I have my analysis backlog, which is stuff that I need to watch, or I might want to watch so that I can make a video on. I have my anime backlog. I haven't touched anything on that in years. I have my cartoon backlog. I have my comic backlog. I have my manga backlog. I have my movies, my music, my novels, my Steam account, those 20 games that I haven't touched. Separate from my video game backlog, which is a whole nother mammoth. I have a backlog of TV series. I have a list of consoles. Like, I could just, like, how can I justify getting a Switch or a PS4 when it's like I borrowed my Xbox 360 from my friend, so it's like, before I give it back to him, should I try and play more 360 games? Like, or just to, like, because there's probably other good 360 games that I otherwise wouldn't care to touch, but it's like, should I even, like, and then I have the 3DS still, I have I don't have a lot of consoles. The last generation didn't grab me. Anyway, PC for life, whatever. But, and then I have my favorites backlog, which is like just a bunch of shit I remember liking or do really like, and I want to get around to rewatching it, which I guess goes back to my breaking down my anime 3x3, except it's for every medium. So that's like fucking dozens of things. And then I have a mop-up backlog of just things that might not be my favorite, but that I want to rewatch anyway for whatever reason. Maybe I thought it wasn't like. Maybe it's just been fucking 50 years since I saw it. Maybe I've heard another opinion on it that makes me want to reevaluate my earlier thoughts, because maybe I didn't like it that much at the first time. But it's just, there's too much. I'll never be free.